to keep it short, guys, but I saw this question come in on one of the Facebook groups today, and a lot of people answering, but giving the wrong answer. I should say it was an unsolicited wrong answer too. So they shared a picture of some Fast Intentions non-resonated test pipes and asked if these were any good. And yes, Fast Intentions makes good, high-quality products, by the way. But I started scrolling through the replies, and there were probably 10 or 12 people in there that said, yes, good quality, but you should get the resonated ones to help with rasp. I mean, over and over, the replies were definitely get resonated, definitely get resonated. Now, here's the reality. Most of these people that are answering this question are coming from a good place, obviously, and it's probably because they chose to go with resonated, but they haven't experienced the non-resonated test pipes with their existing catbacks. Here's the truth, guys. It doesn't matter what the manufacturer is for these test pipes. It doesn't matter. Fast Intentions, Burke, Beluga Racing, ISR. The reality is that the resonators on these test pipes are so small that they do absolutely nothing for rasp. Zero. I know this. I experienced this personally. I know this firsthand. It's been tested in a number of different ways. For one thing is you could go with non-resonated test pipes and put that same kind of small bottle-style resonator in your catback exhaust system, and you will see that it does absolutely jack squat for rasp. The other reason I know this is because I've done both resonated and non-resonated test pipes with the same catback system. Two different versions of non-resonated and two different versions of resonated, and I can tell you that there is no difference when it comes to rasp. Zero. What resonated test pipes do, however, is help a little bit with drone. They really just kind of shrink the drone window. They don't eliminate it completely because, again, these resonators are so small on the test pipes that they can't have that big of an impact. But what I have experienced is with non-resonated test pipes, the drone window is a little bit larger, from like 18, and it of course depends on the catback system you have, but generally it's from like 18 to 22, 2300 RPM. That's where you get the drone with non-resonated test pipes. It kicks in a little bit earlier. If you throw resonated test pipes in there, it kind of closes that window a little bit. You might experience a little bit of drone from like 1900 to 2100 RPM, kind of right in that range. The one point, though, to really take note of is the fact that you're going to need a quality catback system, no matter what you choose to do, whether resonated or non-resonated. They both are going to be very raspy and very droney if you don't pick the right catback system. Take a look at my SES custom catback system videos for a little bit of additional input and insight into addressing some of the issues that the VQ platform deals with in terms of rasp and drone. My catback system was designed specifically to combat the drone and the rasp that is far too frequently heard with these VQs. That's not to say there aren't other aftermarket catback systems that will do the same or similar things. Point being, though, that the VQ37 is a very raspy engine if you don't have the proper catback. If you're thinking about resonated or non-resonated test pipes, plan on pairing it with a good catback system. It's with these good quality catbacks that you can kind of notice the fine details and where you see that sort of drone window change in the RPM range. If you are just going test pipes, resonated or non, doesn't matter, and straight piping it back, you're not going to notice any difference between the two at all whatsoever, drone or otherwise. It's just going to be loud, raspy, and obnoxious. So it doesn't matter. If you're planning on just straight piping the thing, making it as loud as possible, don't even worry about it. Get the non-resonated. It won't matter anyway. With all this being said, though, my recommendation is not different than those in the comments of that question. I do always recommend resonated test pipes because of the fact that a majority of people will go with a decent quality catback system, and in that case, I want to try to help you narrow that drone window because drone is kind of obnoxious, and resonated test pipes are a little bit more expensive. But if you can narrow that window of drone, you might as well do it. It's worth it. People always ask me too what brand they should go with, and the honest truth is that any of them are fine. They're all essentially the same, except for Megan Racing. Anything with that close to the engine with flex pipe's going to burn up and fail. It gets brittle. It doesn't last. It's no good. You're going to deal with leaks and you're going to have to replace it anyway. But otherwise, if you're looking at Fast Intentions, Burke, Top Speed, Beluga Racing, the prices are really not all that different between the several brands, and they're all essentially the same. They're probably all made at the same damn place anyway. I've used the cheap ones and the expensive ones and had the same experience with all of them. They're all decent. So take that as you will, but resonated test pipes, not going to do a damn thing for rasp. Sorry, just is what it is.